Good morning children. This is our main course class and hope you all are fine. Today kids we are going to start a new lesson. The name of our lesson is Memories are made of buttermilk. So what is this buttermilk? Any idea? You know buttermilk is a simple drink, not so costly to buy and it's very easy to make. Even you people can make it. So and you know guys, it's found in every part of our country and people in different parts of our country drink it in different ways according to their taste. So can you guess what it is? In our place it's called samharam or more, and in some parts of our country it is called by the name lassi, or and still there is chas. Okay, so all these are names of buttermilk that's used in different parts of our country. And this lesson also shows the childhood memories of our narrator, and it also shows a strong relation between her and her grandmother. So before going to this lesson, let's know something about our writer. So this story is written by Shobha Narayan. She is an author and a journalist. Okay, so who wrote this? Shobha Narayan, and she is an author and a journalist. Okay, journalism she has done, so she is a journalist too. She writes about different subjects like food, travel, music and art for many publications. So she writes on the topic, where topic she writes for the publication. Matte papers nu vendi ezhudarundi. That is her topics are food, music, travel. Adine pattiyokkayana she writes. She studied in Mount Holyoke College, Women's Christian College and the Columbia Journalism School. So these are the places where she has done her schooling. She has written 3 books. Okay, she wrote 3 books, and what are those books? Kathas, Monsoon Diary and Return to India. So these are her books. These are the books written by Shobha Narayan. Which are the books? Katha, Monsoon Diary and Return to India. Okay, next we can move to our new words. Please move to page number 102 and please don't forget to have pencil with you. Okay, because we have to underline the difficult words. So new words. The first one is churner. Okay, a machine that separates butter from milk by shaking the milk. Okay, so as you can see in page number 103, there's a picture given. That equipment, okay, that is called churner. It's during old times and olden days and all, they used to have. Even I think some parts of village area, North Indias and all, they have this thing to take butter and all. Okay, so churner, it's a machine. Okay, with a type machine that separates butter from milk. Okay, milk adil odichittu adingine run the rope. Okay, rope will be there as you can see in that picture, and they are holding on either side of the rope, and then they will move it like this. Okay, so adingine anangumbo butter adu shake cheyumbo butter will come. Okay, so that is called churner. Next we have crinkled, wrinkled, crinkled, broke into small lines or wrinkles. Okay, wrinkles, that's called crinkled. Then we have coiled. What's that? Passed round and round tightly. Okay, coiled, passed round and round tightly, passiva, coiled. Next we have alert. So what is that? Alert, watching something carefully. Alert ആയിട്ട് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ച് വാച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നതിനാണ് അത് പറയുന്നത് alert. Okay, next we have making the milk give up its butter, churning out the butter from the milk. അതിനാണ് പറയുന്നത് churning. Okay, that process is called churning, that is out the butter from the milk. Milking butter edukana process, that's called churning. Okay, so making the milk give up its butter, churning out the butter from the milk. Next we have mixie, a food mixer or blender. Okay, നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിലൊക്കെ മിക്സി ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, so that's called mixie, a food mixer or blender. Foam bubbles like in soapy water or fizzy drinks. പതഞ്ഞ വരത്തില്ലേ, സോപ്പ് വെള്ളത്തിലൊക്കെ പതയില്ലേ, so that's called foam. Or sometimes in fizzy drinks like Pepsi and all, what happened, that foam will come on top of it, bubble പോലെ വരുന്നതിന്, so that's called foam. Next we have mishti dahi, that is sweet yogurt. Okay, yogurt തൈര് sweet, അതായത് sweet ആയിട്ടുള്ള മധുരമുള്ള drinks. Okay, so that's called mishti dahi. So that's all regarding our new words. Now kids, we can move to our lesson. Okay, so lesson 9, memories are made of buttermilk. My first memory of buttermilk is warmth and darkness. I must have been 5 or 6 years old. A pleasant swishing sound drew me to my grandmother's kitchen. My grandmother was sitting on the floor, her legs spread out and resting against the wall. Soft light came in through the window in front of her. Between her knees was a heavy mud pot. A tall wooden mattu or butter churner was placed inside this pot. Okay, my first memory of buttermilk is warmth and darkness. Okay, so the writer, she is saying that my first memory, buttermilk nu kekkumba or memory varuna endana of warmth and darkness, choodum pinna darkness, irute. Why it is like that? Let's see why she is saying it like that. I must have been 5 or 6 years old. So what's the age of our narrator? She was only 5 or 6 years old at that time. So memory, she's recollecting the memory. A pleasant swishing sound drew me to my grandmother's kitchen. So ഒരു സൗണ്ട്, ആ ചേണറിൽ ബട്ടർ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു സൗണ്ട് വരും. ഓക്കെ, വെൻ ദേ മൂവ് ലൈക്ക് ദിസ് സൗണ്ട് വിൽ കം. സോ ദാറ്റ്സ് കോൾഡ് സ്വിച്ചിങ് സൗണ്ട്. ആ സൗണ്ട് കേട്ട് വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻ, അവർ നറേറ്റർ, ഷി വാസ് ടേക്കൻ ടു ദി കിച്ചൺ. ഷി യൂസ് ടു be taken to the kitchen. My grandmother was sitting on the floor. Now kitchen le endana scenery. My grandmother, she was sitting on the floor, her legs spread out and resting against the wall. So see how her grandmother is sitting. So her grandmother, she will spread her legs and legs will rest on the wall. Soft light came in through the window in front of her. So just by the side of her window, beside her there's a window, and from there what, light will come, sunlight, soft light, ചെറിയ ഒരു വെട്ടം. Okay, and that's why it is called, what is that, warmth, and it is dark in that kitchen. Okay, early in the morning, അവർ ഒത്തിരി വെളുപ്പിനെയാണ് അത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, so that's why it's warmth and dark being described in that first line. Between her knees was a heavy mud pot. So between her knees, പുള്ളിക്കാരത്തിയുടെ knees ഇടയ്ക്ക്, okay, മുട്ടിൻ്റെ അവിടെ, this heavy pot, it's a little big heavy pot is there. So it's kept over there. A tall wooden mattu or butter churner was placed inside this pot. Okay, so inside this pot endana, what, the machine, that churner will be placed. Okay, a tall wooden mattu or butter churner was placed inside this pot. So in the first paragraph we saw the churner's sound takes our narrator to the kitchen. Okay, where her grandmother is sitting and she is churning the milk. I walked into the cool kitchen. My grandmother turned. Okay, so I slowly walked into the kitchen and my grandmother, see me, my grandmother turned and Noki. Her beautiful face crinkled into a smile, but she didn't say anything. Okay, so her beautiful face crinkled up. എന്നെ നോക്കി ചിരിച്ചു. Okay, but did not say anything because she was busy doing that. Okay, so she didn't say anything. She was quietly busy. She was quietly busy. She held the two ends of a rope that was coiled around the butter churner. So she was very busy, so she didn't say anything. And how she was sitting over there, she held the two end of the rope. Our rope in the രണ്ട് side, as you can see in the picture, she രണ്ട് side ഇങ്ങനെ hold ചെയ്തിട്ട് that was coiled around the butter churner. So that rope, it is coiled. അതും ആ ഒരു churnerന്റെ അവിടെ ചുറ്റി ഇരിക്കുകയാണ്. They moved back and forth in a rhythm. So move back, ഒരു ഇങ്ങനെ ആ സെയിം മൂവ്മെന്റിൽ പോവുകയാണ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദേ മൂവ് ബാക്ക് ആൻഡ് ഫോർത്ത് ഇൻ എ റിതം. ബാക്കിലും ഫ്രണ്ടിലും ഇങ്ങനെ റിതം, ഒരു താളത്തിൽ മൂവ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. മൈ ഗ്രാൻഡ് മദർ വാസ് ബോത്ത് അലേർട്ട് ആൻഡ് റിലാക്സ്ഡ്. സോ മൈ ഗ്രാൻഡ് മദർ, ഷി വാസ് ബോത്ത് അലേർട്ടും റിലാക്സും ആണ്. I had seen her in this position many times. So കുറേ പ്രാവശ്യം ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഗ്രാൻഡ് മദറിനെ ഇങ്ങനത്തെ പൊസിഷനിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. I have seen her many times. What? She was churning the milk. That scene, the narrator is saying, I have seen my grandmother many times like this. I slipped under her hands and sat down against the C-shaped curve of her body. So the narrator is saying that I slipped under her arms. So കൈയുടെ ഇടയിൽ കൂടെ under, okay, താഴെ കൂടെ I went and sat on her C-shaped curve of her body. So like we can see in the picture, my legs were spread out like hers, and my legs, it was spread like her legs. How my grandmother was keeping her legs, I was also keeping my legs. My hands level with hers, and എൻ്റെ കൈകളും ഗ്രാൻഡ്മദറിന്റെ കൈ പോലെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. I leaned against her soft belly, and ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഗ്രാൻഡ്മദറിന്റെ ബാക്കിലോട്ട് ചാരി. Leaned means ചാരുക. Together we pulled the rope back and forth, making the milk give up its butter. And together ഞങ്ങൾ രണ്ടുപേരും കൂടെ ചേർന്ന് ചേർന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ മൂവ് ചെയ്ത്, okay, to get the butter. It wasn't milk really. Now the writer is saying it is not really the milk which is in the pot. It was the thick yogurt that she had collected for a couple of days. So അതിൻ്റെ എന്താണ് thick yogurt. What is yogurt? തൈര്. Okay, it's the thick yogurt that she had collected for a couple of days. കുറേ ദിവസങ്ങൾ ഡെയിലി ഇങ്ങനെ കുറേശ്ശെ ബാലൻസോ കളക്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ വെക്കുന്ന തൈര്. Okay, that yogurt, it is in the pot. Please move to page number 104. I loved sitting with my grandmother, matching my arms to hers as we pulled the rope together. So I loved sitting with my grandmother like that. Okay, with her hand, my hand, with her leg. I am also placing my leg and all. I could smell the buttermilk and feel my grandmother's breath on my neck. So I could smell the buttermilk. Buttermilk in the smell. Wow, beautiful. Okay, buttermilk smell and feel my grandmother's breath on my neck. So I was sitting down of my grandmother. So and the grandmother ingane swasa edukkunadum vidunadum, okay, I could feel it. She didn't say a word. My grandmother did not say a word. Because what? She was busy with her churner. She didn't say a word, but I felt so safe and comfortable. ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ല എൻ്റെ ഗ്രാൻഡ്മദർ, but I felt so safe and comfort. എനിക്ക് അവിടെ ഒരു കംഫർട്ടബിൾ ആയിട്ട് തോന്നി. I feel like safe over there. Some minutes later, the heavy butter lumps began to form. So some minutes later, കുറച്ച് സമയം കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ എന്താണ്, butter form ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങി. Lumps of butter began to form. My grandmother poured cold water into the mud pot. So അത് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ ഗ്രാൻഡ്മദർ എന്ത് ചെയ്ത്, കുറേ cold water pour ചെയ്തു. Okay, this is the way you make way you can take butter and all. Okay, ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഐഡിയ കിട്ടും. We continued churning. Within minutes, the butter lumps floated on top. Again, grandmother cold water utilization. What happened? We started again churning. We started churning, and within minutes, the butter lumps floated on top. Okay, so within minutes, കുറച്ച് സമയം കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പം all the butter lumps were floating on the top of that pot, and then we stopped. അതിനുശേഷം ഞങ്ങൾ stop ചെയ്തു. Okay, so that's the way to take this buttermilk. I hope that you got some ideas how to make this butter and all from this lesson. So now we can underline our difficult words. Please move to page number 102. There you can underline pleasant, churner, crinkled, leaned for charuga, leaned. Okay, underline leaned. Then we have coiled, alert. Then there is a relaxed. Okay, then next page we have comfortable over there, comfortable, floated. Okay makle, so that's all. So please go through these difficult words, and please read this lesson till the portion that we have taken today 2-3 times and get it signed by your parents. I hope you all understood this lesson. So the rest of this lesson will be continued in our next class. Until our next class, kids, have a nice day. God bless you all, and thank you.